Hello, everybody, dear kindergarten educators and others who are interested in reading aloud methods in European preschools and kindergartens. My name is Blanka Tacer. I am the moderator of the today's webinar, and with me is Annika Rickard, who is also a project partner in the Erasmus project Read In. Today, we host the second part of the webinar on reading aloud methods. The first part was on Monday. So welcome again to all of you who were already with us on Monday, and welcome any new participants who joined us today. And if you are interested in other reading aloud methods that were already presented in the webinar on Monday. The recordings are online, so you can watch the recordings, and I will send all the recordings to you after today's event. So, welcome all of you. Let's see what we have today on our program. I believe we have again one exciting agenda to celebrate this UNESCO International Literacy Day that was on Monday, and we still celebrate today. First, Annika and I will tell you some words about the reading aloud methods in European preschools and kindergartens. So we will introduce the Erasmus project that we are currently involved in and which showed good results already. And then we will present three additional methods. Sonja Pollheimer from Kindergarten Schmetterling am Heumarkt from Austria will present her activity, the very hungry caterpillar activity game. Then Aleksandra Pulja will present book conversations that involve parents. Aleksandra is coming from the primary school Dušan Radović from Serbia. And in the end, we will listen to the experience from Lithuania, story bags presented by Dovile Bakonyte from the Siauliu kindergarten Ziedelis. It's an inspiring agenda, and all the presenters are actually kindergarten educators who already tested the methods in their work. All the presentations are available in the Facebook group Erasmus Plus Kindergartens. You can go on the Facebook page and find the group, or you can even scan the QR code. That is possible. And it's also possible to get the certificate of attendance of the today's webinar. Either scan this QR code or go to the link where you can request the certificate of attendance. The link you can find in either on YouTube or Facebook when you go to video description that is below the screen. Type in name, surname, and email, and then the application will automatically send the certificate to your email address. Check spam and commercial folders if anything goes wrong. And now let's see who are with us, our wonderful presenters. So maybe Annika, first you can say a few words about yourself, and then we will invite others.
Yes, thank you, Blanka. My name is Annika Rickard, and I'm working in the organization KNR Education. And we are from Sweden, from south of Sweden in Malmö. We have our office, but we are working in whole Europe, and I'm really happy to be here today. And most of the time, I'm working as a teacher trainer or a project coordinator. Thank you,
Yes,
Blanka.
thank you. Thank you, Annika. And yes, let's see who are the educators, kindergarten educators, who will present the methods today. Sonja, welcome. Sonja is from Austria, from Kindergarten Schmetterling. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Sonja. I'm from Austria, and I'm working with kids from 3 to 6 years old, and I really enjoy the program because I learned a lot to do here.
Thank you, Sonja. With us is also Aleksandra Pulja from Serbia. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Blanka. My name is Aleksandra, and I work as a preschool teacher in Serbia. I work in elementary school with a group of children aged between 5.5 and 6.5 years. In Serbia, this is a very, very special group. It's called Children in a Year Before Starting School. This is the only mandatory preschool program in our country, so all children must attend it before entering primary school.
Yes, thank you, Aleksandra. And also we have here another kindergarten teacher, Dovile Bakonyte from Lithuania. Welcome, Dovile. And
Hello.
yes, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dovile from Lithuania, and I'm speech therapist. So I'm working with different groups in kindergarten, and I will present Lithuanian kindergarten's experience for children from 3 to 6 years old.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to all your presentations. And dear participants, you can also ask questions. During the presentation, you ask question just by typing into the comments, and later after the presentation is finished, I ask those questions to our presenters. Okay, now, Annika, I would like give the word to you to tell us a little bit about the Read In project. So those who were with us already on Monday, this will be, of course, a repetition exercise, and it will be new information for those who are joining us today for the first time.
Yes, thank you, Blanka. The background to the project that we are running with the financing from Erasmus, it's that reading aloud and language development, they are the essential in the early childhood education. And from research, we can see that when the children are exposed to reading, the more the language skills they grow. And that's what we want to become in this project. And strong language skills, they are the foundation of success in school in all subjects. It's not only the language, it's in all subjects. And language is the key for becoming independent and active members in the society in the future, and of course from the beginning as well. And reading aloud methods in Europe preschool, as you can see here on the map, you can see 7 different spots. And today we have from 5 of our countries with us, but we have two more. And we are spread in Europe. And here, the goals in the project is to help preschools using reading aloud to support the children's language development. And when we were in Vienna, we share methods that teachers could use in the daily work. And that's what we are doing today as well, and in our handbook as well. And this methods, it makes it easier to build children's vocabulary and thinking skills, and even the relationships. So reading aloud is shown as a powerful tool to learning and development the language. So the picture that we have seen in some slides now is from the key event in this project. It's the International Competence Day on Reading Skills in Vienna. And we were there for 2 days and had teacher training. And during the event, all the participants and preschool, they shared and they were talking a lot about the different reading aloud methods. And after the event, the 7 of the different countries, they choose one method to try and get some new knowledge and experience. And today we will hear 3 about this new knowledge about reading aloud methods. And Monday we had the other participant who were talking about that. Thank you, Blanka.
Exactly. And one of the result of this project is also a practical collection of methods, reading aloud methods in European preschools and kindergartens. This is a handbook that is available free of charge, so you can download it either from the Facebook group Erasmus Kindergartens or from the bookstore lulu.com. You can see the links here, and I will put the links also later in the chat. The handbook has 20 methods that we collected together with 29 kindergarten educators from 7 countries. Currently, the handbook is available in English, but soon it will be also available in Swedish and German language. So welcome to download it. And here I will show you how each method is presented, because we try to be like really concrete, practical, and with step by step. And here you can see one screen from the handbook. So each method is presented in this way that first you can read a little summary about the method, and then you can find step by step instructions how to implement the method. Then on the left side, you have benefits for children, because each method is focused on different aspects of children's development. And then on the left side, you can also find some tips for good implementation of this method. Some examples of the methods that are in the handbook are like dialogical picture book viewing, the Bornholm model, kinship by dance story, book conversation, digital tools, vivid reading aloud. And some of them were presented on Monday. And today we will present the book conversation that involves parents, and 2 versions of story bags that are also very inspiring for children. And of course, this is not the end, because we continue our activities on reading aloud methods. The next activity after we will publish also the German and Swedish translation of the handbook is also a live course for kindergarten educators that will be in November, this time in Malmö in Sweden. So from 11th to 13th November. Anyone interested, please join us there, and we will spend 3 inspiring days together discussing different methods. This is the course webpage, and yes, I will also share those links in the chat. But right now, I think it's already time for our first presenter to join. So welcome Sonja Pollheimer with the presentation on the Very Hungry Caterpillar activity game. Welcome, Sonja.
Welcome, hello. So first, the kids know the story because we did a story bag, and the kids really loved the story, and they wanted to do some more things with it. So yeah, we took a big cloth in green and in yellow, and I laid outside on the floor and asked the kids what it can be. And in front there was a little book of the little caterpillar, and so they were very fast and know that the green one should be the leaf, and there's a little egg, which is on the leaf. So that, and then one kid can be in the egg. And so we played the game of the little caterpillar, and the kids had a lot of fun to play, and the caterpillar were growing bigger and bigger because every time one kid come to the other kids, and so the caterpillar was a very long caterpillar at the end. Yeah, and then the caterpillar, we build a little circle with the kids, and the big green clothes come over the kids, and this should be a little bit the cocoon, and they waited inside, and till I pushed it away, and the kids can come outside. Yeah, and they loved the story so much that we did another game, because there were the weekdays, and on every weekday the caterpillar is eating different things, and so we took our little weekdays, and that so they can see how many stuff they eat on Monday and on Tuesday, and so also the young kids can see that the days going more and more. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. So we did a long time with the little hungry caterpillar, and we did a lot of stuff because the kids really enjoyed it. And now when we are outside and see a little caterpillar crawling, they remind, and they know that they are doing a cocoon, and they had a lot of vocabulary, and so they are really love it till now. It's speaking about the story. Yeah, I think that was it.
Sorry, yes. Okay, thank you very much. And I have a question for you. So you prepared this material on your own, or you
No,
already have
I did it with the
that?
kids. We did it with the kids together, and with also a big fruit. I didn't have the pictures because we had an family festival with the kids, and the kids wanted to show the parents the story, and so we they colored a big apple, and we put it on the loop, and so on Monday there was one apple, and on Tuesday there were two peaches, and so it was a lot stuff to do with the kids.
Mhm. And as far as I know, you use this method of story bags a lot in your work.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you maybe tell us, how do you organize this? So do you have bags that are organized in advance, or you always like prepare the material together with children and then have the creative activities with children together?
It depends on the stories. Sometimes I don't want the kids know the stories before, so I prepare the bags and put the stuff outside and ask what it could be, and so the kids tell me the story before they know the real story from the book. And sometimes the story is very similar, and sometimes the story is a different story, and it's also very funny when you read at the end the kids the story. So there's one story from the kids and one story from the book.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Very nice. Yes, so that they can develop also the creativity and
Yes.
imagination. And do you usually do like inside or also somewhere
I
else, like in?
I also like to read books outside because, yeah, you can connect it with the nature, like the little caterpillar, because you see the leaves, and sometimes you can see a little egg on the leaves, or you can see the caterpillar. And so when they're running around and you see the caterpillar, and then you read the book outside, so yeah, it makes it more. It makes it, yeah.
Or interesting or funny?
Yes, it's more interesting and connected to what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm. And from your experience, what would you say is like every book appropriate to organize it into a story bag, or do we need to be aware of some things and choose the correct books?
I think this book should be very simple and very less stuff to read. So with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of, yeah, a lot of things that you can show the kids. So because
Mm-hmm.
when it's a lot to read, then there's not so many imagination for the kids that they can think about. So only if you have one caterpillar, one leaf, one egg, and then what can you do with those? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I
So
prefer
books with
the
less
very
text and with.
simple books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the handbag
Mm-hmm.
stories. Yeah. So most of the
So
time, a
thank
simple
you.
book can be a big story. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sonja. Congratulations to your creative work. And yes, keep
Thank
up
you.
the good work, right? Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
for being with us. And yes, we move to another method that we will hear today. Uh, Aleksandra, hello once again. And she will present us her experience with the method book conversations that involve parents as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
here is your presentation.
Okay. Hello one more time. This project brought together several important elements, encouraging a love for reading, involving families in the learning process, and strengthening the connections between children, parents, and the school community. So, to begin the project, we decided to create a small and initiative library corner in our classroom. Sorry. As preschool teachers, we all recognize how deeply children enjoy stories. Books have a special way of opening doors to magical worlds, introducing the new ideas, and nurturing values such as kindness, empathy, and cooperation. They also play a key role in stimulating children's imagination and supporting their early language development. However, we wanted to go one step further. Our goal was not only to encourage children to fall in love with stories, but also to actively involve their families in the process. We believe that reading could become an even richer experience if it was shared, transforming it into a meaningful activity that connects children, parents, and teachers. From this idea, our project was born. At its heart, it carried a simple yet powerful message. Reading is more enjoyable, more memorable, and more impactful when we do it together. So, as I have told, to begin the project, we decided to create a small and inviting library corner in our classroom. That special space was designed to be warm and welcoming, filled with a variety of age-appropriate books that should spark curiosity and encourage children to explore stories. Each child had the opportunity to borrow a book, take it home, and enjoy it together with their family. But our aim was not just for parents to read aloud to their children. We encouraged families to go a step further, to talk about the story, reflect on the characters, and share personal truths and feelings about what they had read. Those conversations allowed children to deepen their understanding, while at the same time giving parents a mindful role in the educational process. Through this activity, parents become active partners in their children's learning, and children were able to build a stronger bridge between school experience and home life. The project itself was designed to be simple yet mindful, and it unfolded the 4 clear steps. First, every child had the chance to choose a book from our classroom library. The act was choosing give them the sense of ownership and excitement as the story became their own to bring home. Second, they took the book home and read together with their parents. They created a shared experience where reading was not just an individual activity, but a family ritual filled with closeness and conversations. Third, when the children returned to school, they read a book to the classmates. Of course, they did not mean repeating the text word for word, but retelling the story in their own words. Some children focused on the main events, others on the favorite characters, and many added their personal interpretations. Finally, we held group discussions where we explored the characters, reflected on what happened in the story, and thought together about the lessons we could take from it. It was truly inspired to watch how each child explained the story in a unique and creative way. They retelling revealed not only what they understood from the book, but also how they related the story to their own experience. For the children, this project brought a wide range of benefits that supported both their personal and academic growth. One of the most important outcomes was the development of a genuine love for reading. By experiencing stories not as a school task, but as an enjoyable family activity, children both begin to see book as a source of joy, imagination, and adventure. Another significant benefit was language development. Their vocabulary expanded naturally as they encountered new words in stories, and they practiced structuring ideas while retelling them to their own words. In addition, the group discussions give them the chance to practice important social skills, listening attentively to others, respecting different opinions, and responding truthfully. Perhaps the most valuable change we observed was the growth of their self-confidence. Standing in front of peers and speaking is never easy, especially in their age. But through those book sharing conversations, children gradually become proud of their voice, their truths, and their ability to contribute to the group. This confidence will stay with them as they continue their journey into school life. The project also proved to be very mindful for parents. Many of them shared how much they enjoyed the experience, not only because it supported their child's development, but also because it gives them a precious quality time together. In today's world where screens and busy schedules often take over family life, this simple activity creates a pause, a moment for connection, closeness, and shared joy. Parents also felt more engaged with the school community. By being actively involved in the reading process, they developed stronger relationships with the teachers and gained a better understanding of what their children were learning in the classroom. This helped to build trust and create a sense of partnerships between home and school. One of the most rewarding aspects was that parents could directly observe their child's progress. They noticed the improvements in language, creativity, and imagination. Many parents even express surprises, saying that things like, I didn't know my child could retell a story as such a wonderful way. Those moments of discovery help them see new strengths and talents in their children. So for the group as a whole, the project had a mindful impact in building a sense of community. Each family brought its own story in the classroom, and we shared those diverse experiences. Our collective atmosphere became warmer, richer, and more inclusive. The variety of books and perspectives help children learn about different ideas and values, while still feeling united through the joy of reading. The activity also strengthened relationships within the group. Children begin to support and encourage one another, listening actively when their classmates retold stories and celebrating each other's efforts. Parents, in turn, feel more connected to the school and to another, realizing that they were part of a larger network that shared the same goals for their children. In many ways, our group started to feel like a big family, a place where everyone's voice matters and where learning was truly a shared experience. The feedback was received from parents was both heartwarming and encouraging. You can see a few of them. Their words showed us that the project was not only educational, but also deeply reminding for family life. Those simple but powerful comments reminded us of the true value of the project. They show that beyond books and stories, it was about creating connections between children and their families, between parents and the school, and within the group itself. In conclusion, this project has shown us the incredible power of books when they brought together children, families, and teachers. It reminded us that reading is not just about developing literacy skills. It is also about fostering meaningful connections, encouraging creativity, and building confidence. By sharing stories, we create experiences that extend beyond the classroom and strengthen the bonds within our community. Looking ahead, we are excited to continue this project and even expand it in the future, exploring new ways of make reading a shared and joyful experience for everyone involved. The lessons we learned from this initiative will guide us as we continue to find innovative ways to connect language, family involvement, and play. So thank you very much for your attention. If you would like to learn more or discuss ideas, please feel free to connect me via email. I hope this presentation was inspired you and given you some practical ideas for your own work and children and families. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And also the participants can find your presentation in the Facebook group Erasmus plus Kindergartens. And Aleksandra, yes, there is one question. So, in your method, not everything depends on you, but
Yeah.
also on parents. So, what do you do if maybe some families or some parents do not read the book assigned with the children?
I didn't have that experience. So all the parents
Uh-huh.
wanted to
Well,
join us. Even if the parents don't want to join, the children are those who are taking a book and please read me that I want to present to other kids. So
so actually, children motivate
yes,
their
yes, children
parents in this
motivated
case.
the
Yes,
parents.
yes, yes, yes.
And
Absolutely,
it
yeah.
was
Because
impressive.
I thought that.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, because maybe I thought that maybe not all of them are motivated. You know, as you mentioned, the busy life and many things that parents do, but apparently not. Apparently, this is the story of actually a community and teamwork,
Yes,
like an
the kids
example
want
of
to.
teamwork of the school and parents and children. So yes, really nice. You can see here the comments that
Yes.
participants are saying thank you to you, and yes,
Welcome.
congratulations. There is also another thank you, Aleksandra. There is also another question about the handbook in the comments. So those there is a question where you can find the handbook. It's available here. I'm showing you the two links. So one is Facebook group Erasmus Kindergartens, and another is a bookstore lulu.com. There you can find currently the English version of the Reading Aloud Methods Handbook, and soon it will be available in German and in Swedish language as well. And now we move to our last presentation, the experience from Lithuania. Dovile, welcome on the stage once again.
Hello.
And yes, you will also present the method of story back that your team in different kindergartens experienced in Lithuania, but you are presenting on the name of the 6 teachers, right?
Yes, because I'm a speech therapist, so I have different experience when group teachers, and we wanted to
Mhm.
collaborate together to try with different children and to um, compare how it worked with different stories with different teachers, and to see
Mhm.
how we can improve this story bag method. So I will
Great.
present then.
Yes, so you just prepare your screen, and in the meanwhile, I would like to invite all the participants also to give us the feedback because it's important for all the future events. Let me copy paste also the link where you can give us the feedback in the comments. Um, and yes. When the
Hmm?
screen will be ready, we will start. Aha, it's already ready. Okay, it's here.
You can see? Yes? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I will present story bag method, and we decided to choose this method because it looks very creative way how we can improve this reading aloud method. Because usually we imagine more something with books, but this is more materials which you can just touch, and this method needs only a bag, and you need some objects which are related to story. So you can just choose any of objects. It can be made by yourself, it can be bought from somewhere, or just simple toys or simple items you can find anywhere. So it can vary in different ways, but of course it's better to try something on your own and include children to make it together. and children, they are usually enjoying to see the things. They are learning faster than just hearing. So this method is very useful when they can not only hear but also to see what is happening with this bag. And there are some main steps which you have to do, but of course you can improve more, and I will show some examples. So first of all, you have to choose story. We made some fairy tales, and then you have to choose objects which you want to include, because maybe not all of objects in the story you want to show, but maybe just some main characters or some environment things. And you place them in the bag and prepare for storyline. Second thing is storytelling. So you just encourage children to take these items from bag and to describe. First of all, we have to create by themselves what can happen, and then after you tell the story, and then you have discussion and play with children what was happening here, and they are trying to recreate story, and they can play after this with these toys and try to remember what was happening with the story. So we will show 6 stories. So first one was a story about a bee and the 3 flowers, and it was for children who were 1-2 years old, so they were really little. And you can see that bag was painted by teacher, and they were using different materials that children will easier remember the story. So we were trying to count how many flowers, how many bees do we have, because children were really little, but they were able to count until 3, and they were able to say bzz like bee. So they were trying to make some simple sounds. And after this, teacher was asking again, trying to remind them what we were learning about this bee story. Second one was for older kids. So we were learning about messy hair girl and dog. We were trying to take items from the bag and to guess why they need these items. And they also had painting on this bag that they will be able to imagine it better, what is going to happen inside. They had a book, and you can see that after this we had activities to play hairdresser. So we were talking about hairdresser. Did they go there often? And they did it by themselves, and children were really surprised when they got to know that one girl cut their hair here, and they were able to see that it's not so scary, that after a while hair can grow again and it's all fine. So we were doing like a game after this story. Third one is a story about pukis and pukutis, and you can see that they had handmade foxes and other items that children will be able to imagine it better how it can be made. And they were trying to describe every item, to make adjectives, and how this object can be connected with story. And we were hearing the story and playing it, and later also we tried to remember what they heard, and they also included some items which were not in the story. So we just created atmosphere around what was surrounded around, and they built a house. So they created more than it was in the story. And we had story about House of Bull. And you can see that also bags can be different. You can use even shoes bag and make your own characters. And children were listening, first of all, the story. And after this, we had to build house for Bull from different materials. So they were able to improve also fine motor skills and communication, team building activities. And while we were talking to each other, we were trying to remember what happened, and we tried to make it again with different houses, the same story, and maybe to improve some small details differently to make it more creative. And they also built some letters and made it together useful not only for some memory skills, but also for learning some letters from this book, what we saw, and they were improving also speaking skills. And here you can see next story about Three Little Pigs. I think everybody knows this fairy tale. So children had some materials which were already prepared, and they were thinking what can be more hidden in this bag. So we had this possibility to guess and to try by themselves to pick some items, and they were waiting until they will be able to get one item for themselves. So they were learning also patience while taking these items. And after this, we were building also houses for these three pigs from different materials. And they were trying to discuss which one is better for building house, why they fold, and how we can solve this problem. And they were also counting these houses and pigs. And we have also the last story about Girl and Three Bears. It's also an international story. And this bag was not with some paintings, because then children were trying to guess what kind of story it could be. And after they were able to see a book, they guessed what can be inside. And when they saw what was inside, so they created their own story, first of all. And after this, they were reading together with teacher some pages and tried to recreate story with this small toys. And what we saw from this method, that it was really interesting for children. They were really involved, and teachers were using different methods. Some of them chose to make it very simple for little kids, that we will be able to remember main characters. Some of them made games or team building activities, and some of them had to create it more by themselves. And by this method, you can learn sequencing skills. Also, children are trying to associate words with some items which we take, and we are interacting together, and of course creating many ways of story. And they are speaking, because after they have to tell again what was in the story, and also we can discuss. They are more curious about this book, because usually children, they don't read that much if it's very simple, but if they see that it's connected with some toys, they want it read again and again, because they know that it's like a game, and they can imagine in their minds that, oh, these toys are now running around, and they have more visual imagination, and also it's useful, as you saw, for maths. They can count and they can remember words if some words are new, so they can just connect it with some items. And I will recommend you to be flexible, because this method is not very strict what you must to do. The main thing is just to have bag and some story and some items, and then give just more opportunity for children, because they are really creative and it can give you more opportunities than you can imagine, and make it simple and memorable, because the more easier it will be, the more children will like to join to this activity, because it will be not too hard for them, and then they will see that, oh, it can be very interesting, and they will like to start reading after a while, because they will not think that it's very hard job, but it's a game, it's a play, and that all of them can join it. So thank you for your attention, and I hope that it was useful for you to try it in your area.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It was really nice to see that actually you tried in different kindergartens, which means that this method is actually really like tested in a very good way in several kindergartens, and you got positive feedback in all the groups. And the question that I have is, uh, do you have any children with special needs, and that you tried this method also with them, and how was the experience?
Yes, we have almost in every group, we have some children with special needs. In some of these stories, we had even more children, and they were also interested in this story. Of course, maybe it's harder for them to tell or to create more about the story, but you can ask more questions if they feel more pressure. And also because we can see, they can remember it better. So as I saw, they were also interested, and then we discussed with our teachers. We were also like our children joining, so it's very good method when you want to include all children from different groups or with different needs. I think all of them can do it. Just make it as much as possible simple, and maybe just give more time for those who need to think.
Mm-hmm. Have you maybe also tried the other way around, that, for instance, children would create the bags?
They just try to make a little bit of this, but not so much for now, because we were trying, first of all, like this method, but we saw that we can improve it more. So once we tried to paint it, but it was a little bit hard for them to create what kind of story it can be. So they needed a little bit more of help. Because sometimes we know, but if they know the story, then it seems very easy for them to copy from book the picture. If we want them to create picture, then usually they have to think more about what kind of story it can be. But of course, I believe that preschoolers who are almost ready to go to school, they could do it. If we read more stories, they can remember after a while and choose which one to use.
Exactly. Thank you, Dovile. Congratulations for all your work in all the kindergartens in Lithuania. And I hope to see you again here, sharing your experience with other teachers from other European countries. Today we have teachers like from Greece, Romania, Morocco, North Macedonia, Austria, many different countries, and it's so precious that we have this opportunity when we can hear real experience from the kindergartens. Yes, thank you, Dovile, and good luck. This is almost the end of the webinar today, so we would only like to invite you to join us in Malmo. In November, we will have another session on reading aloud methods course, which is appropriate for educators in early childhood development that work with children from 1 year to 6 or maybe to even 7 years old. This is the course webpage. And yes, Annika, maybe you would like to say something for the end?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it has been really, really interesting to hear all the work, and thank you that you have prepared so well and done all this experience that you share with us. That's really, I feel really happy to hear about
Exactly.
the hard work
So now the
you do.
follow-up email will come to all the addresses that we have in our database. So to all the participants that registered to both of the webinars, and we will share, of course, all the material and also the recordings of the webinar. Thank you all, and happy teaching to all of you. Goodbye.
Yes.